As young, my sister, Amelia, was known for her wild antics. Whenever I told my parents, they were willfully blind, denying Amelia would do that, wanting to maintain the delusion of a perfect family. Even with proof, there were never consequences or accountability. Amelia once had a party that destroyed thousands of dollars of furniture. Parents blamed peer pressure, even though Amelia never apologized, and instead bragged about how wild the party was. Private school then expelled Amelia for wrongdoing on school camp. School never told police to avoid media reputation issue. Parents blamed the school for not being a good fit. Since leaving home and moving cities, I barely talk to Amanda due to her deceitful and manipulative personality. We only talk at Xmas, aside from last year, when Amelia asked me if she could sue her boss for viewing her bank records she had left open on a work computer. I study law. Her boss had reported Amelia to the police for stealing money from work. Amelia told me the cops apparently wouldn't charge her if she repaid the money. Shortly after, Mom told me Amelia had been made redundant. I suspect Amelia was actually fired. Mom also said the boss was crazy. Last Xmas, Amelia said she had recently developed epilepsy, but doctors weren't sure why, and was told not to drive due to the risk of a seizure. Despite this, Amelia wanted to drive 7 hours back home. Obviously, I advised against this, and Amelia screamed about how it was unfair, that people were trying to take her freedom, and my parents attacked me for being unsympathetic by looking out for her safety. Yesterday, my former doctor in the city where Amelia still lives rang me about my recent visit to that city's emergency room. I hadn't been in the ER, so said someone must have used my details. They later confirmed someone had used my identity, and they were working to remove the incident from my medical record. They couldn't give further details due to patient privacy, but advised me to go to the police. I immediately suspected Amelia and was concerned about what could be on my medical record, presumably involving meds or criminality, for someone to give fake details. Healthcare is free here, so not an insurance thing. I texted Mom about it. Her response, "Please don't go to the police, she is your sister," and "Don't tell anyone." Mom said she had recently found out that Amelia had a painkiller issue, but she doesn't need judgment. I now suspect Amelia gave false details to access painkillers, and the unexplained seizures made sense, as these can be triggered by some meds use. I don't trust Mom to properly help Amelia given her track record of denial and enabling sister. I'm also worried about possibly having false medical records for my safety if this happens again, or what else Amelia could do using my details. So I reported the matter to police today. Police have a good reputation here. Am I the idiot for reporting my own sister? Not the idiot. It's one thing to ignore your sister's childish antics and avoid her. She has crossed the line by involving you in this hospital incident, though. You definitely should report her, or she will find more ways to use you. Amelia needs a wake-up call, and this may not do it, but you have to protect yourself. Your mom needs to grow up and help Amelia too. She's enabling your sister. Sorry that you're going through this. God, no, you are not wrong here. Your sister is out of control and needs a wake-up call. Your mother has not done her any favors by enabling her. It's one thing if your sister wants to tank her own life, but it's another when she starts trying to drag you down with her. You are so not the idiot. Your sister most definitely is, as is your mother, parents. Your sister is a danger to herself. She is a danger to others, as she has seizures and is driving. You did the right thing by reporting this to the police. If she is using your information to get meds, she could be using your information in other ways, which could include financial fraud. I would definitely alert your bank and any other financial entities of what has happened. I would contact an attorney and have them check to see if your identity has been stolen. You need to protect yourself. Your sister is a lost cause until she seeks help for herself. You are not the idiot. This is your identity she's playing with. Report it and make sure the hospital corrects the record. This could cause a lot of problems for you. If anything, I'd also tell the police your mother told you not to report it. You have to look out for yourself, especially since your family clearly doesn't have your best interest in mind. I think I am in the right here, but with all the outrage from the people who disagree, I am starting to doubt myself. I am 22, and my girlfriend is 19. Her and me started dating about a year and a half ago. Before I get a comment about her age, she was 18 and I was 20 when we started dating. Several months ago, I decided to give her a set of keys to my place, as we are at that level relationship-wise, and I also figured it would be a nice getaway for her, as she still lives with her parents. She started coming over a lot, like I think she was here more often than at our own home, which I did not mind, though it was a big adjustment, as I am used to my privacy. My problem came from what she started doing a few months in. In my country, college has been partially resuming, and I am working part-time back where I worked instead of at home, so I had been gone a lot during the day. And whenever I came home, she would have a friend, sometimes two friends over. I would not necessarily mind this, but I knew a total of one of the people who have been over, and I am not comfortable having random people at my place all the time. And I'm even less comfortable with feeding these people. My grocery bill has already gone up a lot due to my girlfriend, but with her friends, it's even higher. And before you call me cheap, I am a college student with a part-time job. Yes, I am cheap. I don't have a choice in that. I had multiple talks with her about this, making clear I was not comfortable with having her friends over all the time, even more so with the global issue going around. And when that didn't work, I forbade it and told her to go to her own home to host her friends. She started doing it less in response, but when I came home to her and her two random friends after a particularly bad day, I told them all to get out and took her keys. The rage has been real. Me and my girlfriend are not speaking. Her friends have been doing the talking for her and are angry. You are not the idiot. This is your apartment where she's allowed to visit. She doesn't live there, hasn't moved in, clearly doesn't contribute to the bills. She's a guest. You gave her very reasonable boundaries with very reasonable reasons, which she seemed to acknowledge and then completely ignore. You made the right call taking your keys back. I think you should go one step further and dump her. If she is willing to throw this in your face, then does she really respect you and care for you? You are not the idiot. Oh my God, you have every right to do everything you did. Frankly, it's crazy that she's having people over to your place during a global issue without your permission. If she isn't talking to you because of that, then that's incredibly immature. She isn't respecting boundaries at all. If she ever has her own apartment and has roommates, they would never tolerate that either. Ha ha. You are not the idiot. Your house, your rules. If you have no idea who these people are, how can you guarantee that your possessions are not wandering off with them? No, taking your keys back was a logical, sensible move to protect your personal space. As to the grocery bill, if she's going to stay over and eat your food, it's not unreasonable for her to contribute. I've been paying legal fees for my niece, Ariel, 20. She has been fighting over Cody, baby son, with her ex, Bo, 21 male. Bo comes from a wealthy family, and his parents got him a Laura Wasser type attorney. To level the playing field, I got her a similar caliber lawyer. There is no end in sight. The first time they went to court, Ariel was still breastfeeding, so Bo got frequent visits but no overnights. That changed when their son turned 1 and started getting him for extended periods overnight. When he turned 2, the court ordered a 50-50 split. They are under temporary orders that have been modified as their son has gotten older. This is dragged on, and both sides will play games with each other. Global situation has delayed their trial dates, and the kids' own actions have delayed this being resolved. They have no problem running up thousands of dollars in legal fees since they are not paying. Bo brings his girlfriend, who he cheated on Ariel with, to pick up their son. Ariel has written posts on social media about how she just saw her ex taking his bulldog out for a walk. Bo went to pick up their son, and Ariel would not answer the door. Bo calls me and says Ariel violated the court order. His lawyer will be in touch. I was so beyond frustrated. Ariel has been difficult, but this is the first time she has violated the court order. I called her and screamed at her over the phone. I told her to get in the car and take Cody to his dad's and to come to my office because we were having a come to Jesus talk. The minute I saw her, I put her on blast. I told her she was a mom and to grow up. I don't know what triggered her in Bo's latest fight, and I did not care. I told her she was going to settle this case once and for all, and if she did not, there would be no more financial support. I said to get a reality check, and she was not getting primary custody. I was done. Bo's lawyer already offered to settle, and I read the settlement proposal, and it was very fair for both sides, and their son can be with both equal times. basically making the temporary order permanent with some tweaks. Ariel stormed out, saying I did not understand and I was taking Beau's side. Now I am getting bombarded with calls from my sister and other family members that I cannot pull my financial support. I told all of them off and said they can pay her legal fees. My sister says the fight needs to end, but keeps saying Ariel's lawyer has been able to keep the rich idiot in check. Beau and his parents made threats early on about burying Ariel in court, but recently have wanted to settle. I've had some time to calm down, and I've been going over the past couple of days and have been rethinking if I should pull my financial support. Am I the idiot for trying to force Ariel to settle? Not the idiot. She's refusing a reasonable offer, violating court orders and dragging things out. She is acting more out of vindictiveness at her ex than in the best interest of her child at this point. If she wants to continue the fight, she can do so with whatever lawyer she can afford herself. You are not wrong. You can't just get full custody because you don't like the other parent. Courts are always going to lean towards 50-50 custody, unless there is actually proof that the other parent can't handle that. If her family is so mad at you for saying you won't pay anymore, they can pay themselves then. You are not the idiot, but I wouldn't pull support. The moment you do, the ex will take her to the cleaners. Tell her she needs to resolve this and will do so with the settlement. Maybe they can add a clause about not introducing partners to the child too soon, and that will keep your niece happy. Here's one thing though, Ariel doesn't seem to have it in her head that this is serious. What I took from the post was that she is basically a poster for the psycho baby mama who won't let her ex have the kid because he has a girlfriend. When I was 18, I moved out and became roommates with my best friend Lily. When we were in high school, Lily came out as trans, male to female. As soon as we were of age, Lily started transitioning and has been living as herself for 6 years. I started dating my girlfriend a year ago, and she's met Lily many times when she's come over to our apartment. They always got along, but for the last few months, my girlfriend has started to express that she's not comfortable with how good friends we are, or about me living with a female. I've talked to Lily in the past about whether or not she'd be cool with me telling my girlfriend about her after they met. This was before it even became an issue with my girlfriend. Lily told me she wasn't comfortable with that yet. It's because Lily has had some bad experiences with telling people, and she liked my girlfriend, so would rather not ruin anything until they knew each other a little better. That's why when my girlfriend expressed these issues, I didn't tell her anything, except that I'm not into Lily that way, and nothing wrong with my best friend being a girl. I guess since all my other friends are guys, to her it was suspicious. She let it go for a while, but then the other day she came to my apartment. Lily was in the living room with me watching a movie, and we were having a beer, sitting on the same couch but opposite sides. Girlfriend and I went out after that to go eat, and again she told me she didn't like what she saw, or how close we are. My girlfriend was cheated on before, so now she's worried that I was doing or going to do the same, and cheat on her with Lily. We had a small fight over it. I was offended she'd think that of me, and our date ended shortly. Lily asked me what was up when I got home, so I told her everything. After finding out my girlfriend was having issues about us being friends, she said it was cool to tell her about being trans, and maybe it wouldn't bother her as much. My girlfriend was actually mad when I did, and demanded to know why I didn't tell her from the beginning about Lily, since she spent months feeling uncomfortable with our friendship, and she wouldn't have worried if she knew because she assumed we were into each other when we became friends in high school. She's mad now that I didn't tell her from the beginning, and it shouldn't have been kept a secret from her when she has no issue towards Lily being trans. I'm not sure if I screwed up for the way I handled this. Was I an idiot for not telling her the truth? Not the idiot. There are two issues here. First, telling your girlfriend that Lily is trans was not your secret to tell, so thank you and good on you for recognizing that and acting accordingly. Second, your girlfriend is toxic and controlling. Her insecurities, whether they stem from past relationship issues or not, are her problem. You've done nothing wrong and in no way have acted inappropriately with Lily. Your girlfriend has no right to demand that you end years-long relationship because she can't understand that people of opposite genders can be just friends and nothing more. I also question what your girlfriend's thought process is in regards to no longer viewing Lily as a threat because she is trans. Lily was never a threat in the first place, but even if she had been, the fact that she used to present as male doesn't make her less of one. It's almost like your girlfriend doesn't understand that Lily is a woman. You are not wrong. Your friend didn't want to come out to your girlfriend right away, and there isn't an issue with that. However, I'm seeing a massive red flag that you can't be friends with girls because your girlfriend is insecure that you're going to do what exactly? You are entitled to have female friends. Is she going to dictate who you can and cannot hang out with from now on because she feels uncomfortable? Wow, you are the idiot, dude, and so is your girlfriend. You're both horrible. You've both pretty much said to Lily that she isn't desirable because she is trans. Your girlfriend also is horrible for thinking you should have outed your friend. Your girlfriend never needed to know unless Lily personally chose to come out to her. I wouldn't blame her if Lily chose to never speak to either of you again. I, 28 female, have twin boys, Sam and Dominic. They are toddlers. This afternoon, while I was at the pharmacy with the boys, they found these toy penguins and instantly became obsessed with them. I really don't understand why. They were just these small Beanie Baby-like penguins. They begged and begged for them, and feeling generous, I was like, sure, why not? $2 each to make them happy is a pretty solid deal after all. Later that night, when I was getting the boys ready for bed, Sam started panicking because he randomly realized he didn't have his penguin, so he went to the living room looking for it. When he came back to the room, Dom started crying because he believed it was his penguin. I tried to console him by giving him the other penguin, but he wasn't having it. Dom was convinced that he knows Sam's penguin is his because the eye has a weird shape. Side note, it doesn't. They're identical. I decided the way to settle it would be if I took it to the kitchen to examine them both, and I'll be able to tell which one is which. They handed me both penguins, and when I get to the kitchen, I pretend that I'm getting my glasses and inspect them. And then I give Dom the penguin Sam found and say, look, this penguin's eyes are the same shape, but the other penguin has one wider eye. The whole thing was kind of confusing, but they seemed to be cool with it and went on with our bedroom routines without much of a fuss. I was telling my husband about how silly the whole night was because of this big penguin debacle, and he actually responds with, why would you do that? I asked him what he means by that, and he said that I gaslit them into submission. I really think that's a stretch because both boys were happy with the results, and it was like a little game. I thought it would be fun to see. So, am I the idiot? Not the idiot. What else were you supposed to do, a DNA test? Another thing that bothers me is gaslighting is so overused by people like OP's husband. Gaslighting is long, sustained psychological manipulation. This was a quick, simple sleight of hand. No harm, no foul. Not the idiot. What? Your husband doesn't understand gaslighting. You handled a kid's concern in a manner that was appropriate and made them happy. Is your husband also highly opposed to Santa, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy? Maybe I'm an idiot. I work with little ones, and sometimes when we're outside and the kids start fighting, I just yell, look, and point up at the sky. Then I yell, let's get it, and I start running. The kids run with me, fight forgotten, and then at some point I go, oh man, we were so close but it got away. Next time, let's go play on the structure. Works every time. Not every fight is a learning experience that needs a huge discussion. Sometimes a fun redirect is just what you need. You didn't gaslight them into submission. You operated at a level that a tired and cranky toddler could accept. People who are gaslit don't feel satisfied after. Your kiddos did. You are not wrong.